I was just wondering what international currency had to do with coffee. You know what I mean?
International currency.
Or intergalactic currency, that is.
The dumb Starbucks debacle.
Starbucks.
Oh.
You know, bucks you spend out in space.
From the pictures, it looked like they were doing like legitimate like coffee machines. Like they really made it look like a Starbucks. I was doing laundry when they moved. They were like loading in on like I think it was like Thursday, just next door, and like you could tell they were filming something because they were putting up lights and like there was an entire crew loading in.
How long did it last for? Was it 3 days? 3-4 days or something?
Health department to shut them down because they didn't have the license for something. That's what I heard. They shut them down.
Do you think they'll be back?
But the owner told me that not the same place, but they're going to try some other place.
Starbucks is kind of dumb already, like that's implied, I guess. Sorry, but so I don't know. Like, that's confusing to me. No, I don't think I would go in there because anything associated with Starbucks just doesn't really interest me.
You don't like Nora Jones?
You know what? I used to like Nora Jones until Starbucks started putting her CDs in their coffee shop, so...
They shut it down before I was able to come west. I'm from Philadelphia, and I heard about it. Carla, who lives out here, she told me about it. And, oh well, I guess I missed out. It would have been nice to have like a cup or something, memorabilia, you know, short-lived. Dumb Starbucks. You know, it might be worth something in 100 years or so.
We all knew it was like a joke. So I guess the people in line didn't know that.
I actually didn't know that it existed until I looked at Instagram and saw it there. I didn't know it was actually a real thing.
You've been fooled.
I also am reminded of a company that had something called a Frappuccino, which I think Starbucks is trademarked, or something like that. There's something like a Frappuccino, and there was a very small-time company that had something to do with frap something. They kind of like made a pun out of it, and Starbucks somehow found them, even though they're not making any kind of like serious revenue, and they hunted them down and sued them, and now that drink is now called the F word.
I think it's a really cool idea, and I think it makes a lot of sense because everybody in this city is looking for something to be better, something to make each other better, and I think this was a great idea, and I hope other people do things like it because I think it sends a message.
Hi, I'm making a movie about the dumb Starbucks that was across the street.
There were a lot of people standing outside. It was crazy. Parking. They took all of our parking. And then at the end, they're like, no more coffee.
Yeah, we only had one cup from them as a souvenir.
Yeah, as a souvenir.
Was it good coffee?
Yeah, it was good actually. It was a good coffee. It was like the same as Starbucks. No difference.
Okay, one moment.
I didn't see a difference.
Shall we line one your prescription?
It's like those tests, you know, Coke and Pepsi. You know, you do the blind test, and then they put RC in and
you're like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But by the time we went there, they were out of everything, so it's useless.
So maybe they'll open up a real Starbucks.
That's
what we were all saying. We're like, I think they're going to open up a Starbucks here.
I hope so.
There used to be this cafe up the street called the Onyx Cafe, and it was open all night, and there was all kinds of weirdos hanging out there. This neighborhood used to be pretty weird. This neighborhood used to be really cool. Now it's not, it doesn't even remember what it used to be like.
What do you think the role of, or the responsibility is of a neighborhood to remember itself?
I think the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, this place was really jumping. I used to skate in that elementary school. That's kind of why I came here. People used to come from all over the world to skate there.
Would you like to see something dumb, or would you like to see something amazing? not a snake. A book of poetry dedicated for my muse and soulmate who I met 15 years ago online and lost touch with. My only wish is to meet her in person, to give her the book and to say thank you. What about